Hey y'all, I'm late, but I'm here. Let's see who joins the live. I'm late because the train from work took forever. So I'm late. Anyway, so I want to talk about pretty privilege for black women. It's different for black women, pretty privilege. All right? How to use your pretty privilege as a black woman. You can use it for your career, use it to make money. People who a lot of companies and businesses and people, they want to hire people who represent their company well. Make sure you like the live. Come in and like the live. They want to hire people who represent their company well, who look good, a good image. So you could use that to get a boost in your career. When you go to work, look good, look presentable. You'll get treated better when you dress decent, clean, classy, and take pride in the way you look when you're going to work. That says a lot about you. That says you care about your appearance, and you'll get respected and you'll get treated better, instead of if you go to work looking raggedy, your hair's not done, you're just looking a hot mess, and try to have your head tied up at work. That doesn't look good. All right, so that's one. I wanted to talk about a lot of different parts of pretty privilege and black women, right? There's a lot of ways you could use your pretty privilege, right? You'll get free stuff. A lot of the times you will get free stuff. You go out by yourself or with your friends, and someone will say, hey, drinks on me, or I'll pay for that, or whatever the case may be. You could use it that way. But you know what I find that's interesting when it comes to pretty privilege for black women? There's a lot of jealousy. And I want people to join the chat and make a comment and tell me their opinion. There's a lot of jealousy towards attractive black women. Good evening. Tonight we're talking about pretty privilege for black women. And I wanted to start off by saying I did talk about the different ways to use your pretty privilege, but I want to talk about jealousy and envy. That's why I did videos. Games jealous women play part 1, part 2. I did a few parts of games jealous women play, so go back and watch those videos. Black women get a lot of jealousy. Who she thinks she is? Let's talk about it. Let's dive deeper, because a lot of different races believe that they're better than us, because let's go ahead, black women are the only women that get hated on by their own men. They boost up their preference above us, right? So the fact that our own men hate on us, and they boost up other preferences against us. So whenever they're the ones who date outside their race the most. So a lot of the times when their preference, or one of these women that want a black man, they see you as competition. Y'all don't even get how deep this goes. Y'all, because a lot of y'all is only surface level. Y'all don't even get how deep this really goes, and I don't even know if y'all will even understand. I don't even know if I could even go there, and I could get women to really understand what I'm talking about when I say pretty privilege for black women, and the level of jealousy and envy that black women get, especially in the workplace. Sabotage, they're intimidated, delusional. Okay, let's talk about this is for, I don't know who is going to come in here and start talking about this and that, this and that. If you're not black woman and you're not attractive, don't come on this live and talk foolishness if you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, honey. I'm really gonna get into the live. So I want you to tell me, what is your race and your howdy? Okay, the one that says delusional. What is your race and sex? I would like to know your sex and your race. That's what I would love to know. White male. You're getting blocked because you couldn't relate to a black woman. So I'm gonna block you right now. White male, you can't relate to a black woman. Goodbye. Good. Anyway, pretty privilege for black women. We're the only group of women that our race of men hate on. Jealousy. They don't like to hear any positivity. You'll be getting haters from male and women, man and woman, if you're a black woman and you're attractive. You'll be getting hate from male and women, men that want to sleep with you and you don't want them. You'll get hate from them. Hey. And you'll get hate from jealous women. And the preferences are in competition with you. It says, please don't get too political on this platform because there's kids on this. Here goes the political police. You're getting blocked now. There you go. So you don't have to worry about me getting political. You're blocked. Goodbye. I was getting on my live. Hopefully that the black woman could tell their story of haters at the workplace. And pretty privilege. Black women will have pretty privilege, but let me explain. If you're attractive black women, don't put yourself out there. Put it like this. If you're attractive black woman, put yourself out there, right? So what I mean by putting yourself out there, you don't have to only stick to thinking that, oh, you're going to go only places. Go to diverse environments. Diverse environments, and you're going to understand what I mean. If you're attractive black woman, you go to a diverse environment, you'll see the way you're treated when you go to an all black club, that you're discriminated. Hey, Misty, you go to an all black club and you're discriminated against by who? Black men. They want the Spanish. You'll get discriminated by black men. But if you go to a diverse environment and you're actually attractive black women, other men will help you. Like, other men will probably send you drinks, buy you a meal, or wherever you go. That's not true. I'm lying on here. Ladies, I wanted to talk about the time when I used to dance, right? You like black women. You never heard any black men say they prefer other race of women? I can't keep on straining this thing because I see it all over social media. I'm not going to convince you. And that's not the whole point. That's not the point. The point is not even about that. The point is how to utilize your pretty privilege. A lot of the times, if you're an attractive black woman, yes, snow bunnies, exactly. If you're an attractive black woman, you won't get privileged necessarily from black men. Not necessarily because their preference a lot of the times is other races, and they won't prefer you. I'm going to tell you for an example. When I used to work, and this is a story time. If you listen to the story, you're going to understand why I came to this conclusion. I'm only coming to this conclusion based off of my experience. I used to work, and I was like, God, I had a driver back then when I was working in a salon, and it was a Spanish guy, right? And he hit me up, and he was like, he realized it was kind of slow and I needed to make money. And I was like, yo, I need to make some money. And he was like, you know what, girl, I drive the dancers home. He was like, oh, he drive the dancers home, right? And I said, oh yeah, he works at a club, and back in that time, dancing, the clubs was making money. Dancers was making money back in those times. So that's like in Bernice time. Bernice Burgos, I don't know if you know about her, back in her time. So he said, oh, I could get you to dance at this club and I could make you some money. All right, because I know the owner of the club. All I gotta do is introduce you to the owner. And I said, okay, fine. And dance, right? He said, okay, I could introduce you to the owner. And I said, okay, fine. And he'll introduce me to the owner. I said, fine, whatever. Because he drives the girls home. Because the girls are leaving the club like 4 a.m. So he's a driver for the girls too. But he would drive me home from the salon. So he said he's going to introduce me to the owner of the club. And I said, all right, cool. So he hits me up. He said, okay, well, I'll pick you up. So he picks me up. He introduced me to the club owner of the club, saying, "Oh, so that you want to dance?" And I said, "All right, fine." And all right, he said, "All you gotta do is pay for the house fee." And I said, "Fine," and that's it. All I had to do was pay for the house fee for the night, and that's it. So it was a really upscale club, but it was mostly Spanish girls, and mostly a lot of black guys go there, but it's a diverse. When I went to the place and I was dancing, let me tell you something. Oh, not one black guy gave me money, but they gave the Spanish girls money. But not one black. Thank God for the white guys, the Spanish guys. You know, not saying, you know, thank God for them. That's the only way I went home with money, because of them. I was like, thank God the white guys and Spanish guys are coming in. That way I swear that it's funny, because I expected it to be like at least the black guy would feel sorry for me and give me a couple of dollars or 20, at least a couple of dollars. Nope. The men that I experienced that discriminate against me the most was black men. They didn't look out for me, not one bit. So from my experience, even for instance, Chris Brown, he identifies as a black man, right? Okay, fake reality. Okay, that's the reason why I'm not gonna debate with you about pretty privilege for black women. You could get off the live, because I'm not gonna debate with you what's true or not. Chris Brown, he when he was in a certain club, he said no darkies, no darkies, no dark skinned girls. So that means if your skin is dark and you're attractive, maybe black men will discriminate against you, right? Because does Chris Brown identify as a black man? Does he identify is he black? What is he? Because he says no darkies. And I feel like you, as a black woman, to get pretty privilege, if you're attractive, you should, and you're darker and you're black, you should just put yourself out there in diverse environments. Diverse environments. That's all I'm saying. Diverse environments. Because you even hear them in the music, oh, they want a Spanish mommy. He identified as mixed. Okay. I thought mixed identify. I'm confused now. It is what it is. But all I know he says no darkies. A lot of black men, you could see it on TV, you hear it in the music. They want the Spanish they want, but they don't, a lot of them don't see us as beauty. They don't see us black women as beautiful. That's what I see. So that's what I'm saying. If as a black woman, if you want to maximize your pretty privilege, whether it's your career, put yourself in a diverse environment. God, my mic was so far away. Were you guys hearing me? A false reality. It's not a false reality. Even in the dating, even though this is not about dating only, it's not only about dating. Black men date outside of their race more than any other group of men. So if you have, like, if you're gorgeous, you're a beautiful black woman, you said you had a Jamaican woman and all her family was against you because you're white, so you had to break up. Oh, that's sad. I know, that's crazy. That's the thing about interracial dating. Sometimes the black family won't like you. Sometimes the white family won't like you. It goes both ways. Okay, so Kate, I have always dated out men who are non-black, acknowledge my beauty. I'm brown skin, almost dark skin. All right, so that's true. Like if you're an attractive black woman, you probably won't get pretty privilege from black men a lot of the times. And I'm talking about but from my experience. They'll probably disrespect you and hate on you, try to sleep with you, or make it's just put yourself out there. Be open to everybody. Just be just in the and it doesn't even have to be only dating. Just even if you're going to like a diverse club, if you're skinny, honestly, sometimes if you're a chubbier, they'll discriminate against you if you're in an upscale club. To be honest, I'm being real as it gets. You say you were so good together as well. My family didn't care, but I didn't expect someone to choose me over their family either. If you're married, she's supposed to choose you, but you weren't married, so that's a different story. You wish her all the best, but if you marry someone, they have to choose you no matter what over the family. But y'all just boyfriend and girlfriend, so I get it. But pretty privileged for black women. I'm just telling you from my experience, and you hear how the black men, they won't see your beauty. They won't see that you're pretty because they'll rather a 600-pound white woman to whitewash themselves. Trust me. They won't see you as attractive. So you're better off going to a diverse environment, and you'll probably even get more work opportunity as well. If you carry yourself well, you look good, you're beautiful. So I'm a slim thick. I don't go to clubs, but I live in Canada. There are a lot of Asian, Caucasian, and Spanish people in my city. Okay, it's a diverse city. Okay, it's good to be a diversity. All types of people. Oh, thank you. Black women got this thing called heat. Thank you. No, but it's true. Like, black you can get free things. Like look at the OnlyFans girls that got all that. Oops, I can't say that on there. OF girl that got Shannon Sharp money. She's retiring from now because that's Shannon Sharp. They privilege white women, like give them and uplift white women. They don't uplift us. Look at her now. She's retiring. Why? Because she got all that money from Shannon Sharp. Let's look, clock the T. They uplift white women. Look at even Kanye West. He could have found any black woman to marry. They uplift white women, even though he kind of degrades his wife by parading her around half naked. But still, when they do get money, they don't like see us as beauty. That's based off what I've seen. I'm sorry. So you gotta, if you are attractive, maximize whatever you can get out of society, whether your career, um, and just put yourself in diverse environments. That's it. That's how you do it. Put yourself around everybody. Everybody. And work on your personality. Be smiling, be positive, be nice, be approachable. Right? If you're a black woman, be approachable. Smiling. When you're smiling, you're welcoming, you're inviting. Sometimes black women have our face screwed up and makeup nasty because we have a lot on our mind. Oh, you're Moroccan and you love black women. That's what I'm trying to tell black women. A lot of different types of people love black women. So you just gotta be more inviting. Sometimes you feel like nobody comes up to you. And no, because you're not inviting. You're not welcoming. Smile. Let people know that you're approachable. That's how you do it. Be approachable when you're outside. Not be approachable. If you see a fine man and he's not approaching you, just go like, smile. That's it. All you gotta do. You don't gotta say nothing more. If he can't take a hint, he could keep it pushing. If you're at the bar and you take a glimpse at a fine man and you smile, he's by himself, you're by yourself at the bar, and you smile, and that's all you need to do. You don't be throwing yourself at nobody. All he needs to know is that you're approachable. And if you don't take any cue after that, that's it. You don't need to do nothing more. That's it. Like, the smile at the man. He knows you're welcoming. He knows you're inviting. That's all you need to do. But I could tell you this, black women get a lot of haters. Attractive black women. I'm going to tell you the mentality of people who hate on attractive black women. Who she thinks she is. That's the mentality. She's black. I'm white. I'm or whatever race they are. You're black. You remember that video that I put up with the Indian girl was like N-word, N-word, like she was dissing somebody. I'm gonna tell you one thing. No girl could ever play with me like that. Ever. In real life. Ever. She got the really nice black woman. Because any girl who ever tried me like that. Listen, I'm not these young girls that you could these trashy young girls and the things that you say to these young girls. I'm not with it. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Those trashy stuff that you said to these young girls, do the 360. I don't play those type of games. This comment distracted me. Somebody was trolling me. Some of these guys, it's like they don't understand who they're talking to. The foolishness that this guy, I gotta tell you about dating. I went on a date with this guy. Oh my God. Let me tell you something. I went out on a date with this guy and I had to tell somebody about it. So I might as well tell you guys. This guy terrified me. And I was thinking to myself, I was doing some therapy and I said, maybe I'm afraid of masculine men. I was like, I'm not going back out with this guy. Oh, you want to hear about the date? I was like, maybe I'm afraid of masculine men. Anyway, so I went out with this guy. He said, okay, I'm gonna send a car for you, and I said, fine. So when I got there, he was working. He was playing at an event, playing music at an event. That's one event we went to. Then he was playing music at another event. We went to like 3 events that night. At the 3rd event, a chicken head. No, something else happened. I think, he was like, that's like, you asked me on a date and you're dancing with somebody, but that's fine. I didn't care. The whole dancing part, it's fine because I didn't even care at that point because the woman looked decent. That he was like, go like that way. So it's a decent looking person. Let me tell you something. When we was leaving the club, this nasty one with the booty shorts came running up to him, jumping on him. I was like, she was like, oh, it was my birthday, like a chicken head. Came running all up on him. Was like, it's my birthday. I was like, you know what? I'm not continuing this date. And I just had to walk off. It was disgusting. She saw me and him walking. And it's like she got her little chicken head jealousy rage. You know those chicken head jealousy rage, how they act ghetto in public? She ran up on him like, and jumped up on him thinking I was going to be jealous. I just walked right off and got me an Uber and left. Like, I don't, that weirdo stuff, I don't play that. I don't play that love and hip hop, ghetto, arguing over no man stuff. She was like, oh my God, it's my birthday. And she jumped on him. She looked like those ratchet ones from, like, what's that show they have? The Hulu network. What's that? Bad Girls Fighting. What's that club? What's that show the girls be fighting on? Um, Baddies. Yeah, Baddies. She looked like one of those chicks from Baddies. Just ratchet, devilish, booty shorts, ghetto, like ratchet. And I was like, she was like, it's my birthday. Oh yes, Baddies. Yes. Ran up on that man. I was like, oh, it's my, jumped all up on him. It was, I was so disgusted. I was like, I gotta go. I never say nothing. I just left. I got my Uber. He was mad. He sped off. He was pissed off because I left. Because I'm like, I don't, like, I didn't even have a conversation with her, but I'm just like, this is not my speed. This behavior. I was like, I'm not putting up with this. I was like, I'm out of here. Hmm. That's serious. Some of this stuff that I'm honestly, I could have a reality show. I like this one guy, but he left me. I'm not gonna lie. I like this one guy, but he cut me. I guess he left me, but that's fine. Bye. Oh, another. But I can. I'm gonna continue dating since the one guy that I liked ran off because I refused to chase him. Bye. But that guy that jumped on okay, so you said you understand that he gets a lot of attention. I don't want those type of guys with all that attention anymore. I'm done with it. Cause that woman was on him like right on white on, but he was a fine man. I was like, but I was like, honey, all them women on you, that's okay. I'm not. You're not driving. You're not breaking. You're not driving me crazy. And I could see a toxic, and I could for like a toxic situation happen between us because I'm too old for it now. Thank you. But honey, this thing came through with her bati rider shorts, jumped right on him like, it's my birthday. And she was trying to make me jealous and make me upset. I was looking at her like, my day is fine. I was looking at Miss Thing like, I didn't really look at her. I just glimpsed her past my eye and I just walked off because I was like, girl, have you ever went out with your man and a lot of ladies is look like it's like they're hungry. It's like they never ate a meal before. Have you ever been out with your man, ladies? And some of the ladies is look like they want to devour that man from you. The energy is so heavy. It's just like, have that ever happened to you, ladies? Jesus. I've been out, I went out with my ex in the past, honey, and thank God he's so solid. He knows how to control himself. Some men, they let attention get to their head. And the man doesn't realize that the reason why the woman wants you, hear me out. The woman wants you because of the woman that you're with. Hear me out. Because when she leaves you, no one else wants you. I can guarantee that. The woman wants you, and the women are attracted to you because of the woman that you're with. Always says, doesn't that make me feel special that having a man that everybody wants? I don't know. I never thought about that. to be honest with you. I never thought about it. That man terrified me. His energy was too powerful for me. I know I can't beat him. Oh, I know I can't beat him, so forget it. If I think I can't beat a man, I don't want to be with him anymore because let me stop. Oh, I don't want to be in competition with women anymore. I can't take it. I just want the man that's not so popular on this. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You're posing some very good questions. Honestly, no, seriously. MFA at 11, you're posting some really good questions. I'm not gonna even lie to you. You said okie dokie. That was no, honestly, those are very good questions. I can't even lie to you. I think I was afraid of that man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was terrified of that man. You said because he was a real man? You want me to tell the real reason I was terrified of him? I want. I could tell you the real reason I was terrified of him. Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that. If the man is loyal, that's a flex. If your man, but a lot of these, that was interesting. That's a good flex. Next time I know better. I gotta get better at dating. I'm not that good at dating because all I do is work. So I'll get better at dating. You're right. I should never just left like that. No, that's not the only reason why I left. Girl, that's okay. So I was dancing with the man. And you want? I'm a TMI. I wish we had a private chat. That's some of my real people, and I can really tell you why. Oh, that's true. Girls be getting bags to be flexing on other girls. That's 100% facts. Like, oh, I'm richer than you. I got me my Balenciaga. I'm richer than you. Men don't know no bag. You could get a rainbow bag. He won't know the difference. But honey, that man was sexy. You got four sisters. You smart. Okay, I'm gonna get me a fine, strong, masculine man. Oh, sexy. Jesus. Oh, you be listening, your sisters? Women is drama. Women is drama. And I can tell you as a woman we are, but we're fun. Women are fun. We always bring the fun. If there's no woman there, there's no fun. You know that. Oh, they be beefing telepathic. Uh-huh. Sometimes let me tell you, I went out with a guy once and these chicks looked like they wanted to eat that man alive. I was I was just like, you know what? Y'all can have him. I can't take this level of competition. I was like, y'all can have him. Y'all can have him because I can't handle this. I couldn't handle it. Like it was so many. It was like it was like hyenas drooling on that man. I was like, you know what? Y'all can have him. If I'm married, single, I'm unmarried. Right, I'm unmarried. But I was saying that black women could get pretty privileged and get treated well if you put yourself in diverse environment. I didn't want to get too much off topic. You never know. Like people treat you different, to look good, be smiling, be approachable. People treat you well. Even if you go out to eat by yourself. When I went out to eat with my mother, people send me free cake and send me, what did they send me? Flowers to my table. It was nice. Send me and my mom. You just be classy, be smiling. You never know. Like, use your pretty privilege as a black woman. You do what you. Mm-hmm. The other day I went out, somebody was like, "Oh, steak is on me," and I went to this really nice restaurant, but I was at the bar, and the person was like, "Oh, you can have a steak," and I was like, "Oh yeah, good." But I already ordered the steak anyway, so he just paid for it. I was like, "Yes." So you never know. Just put yourself in a diverse environment. That's all. Try to make money. Use social media. What? I am a sweetie. You think I act hard? Yeah, you said in New York, right? Yeah, I'm from New. You know what I'm saying? When you're a New Yorker, you got to be a little tough. You can't be like. There was somebody that came to New York, and I tried to make them strong. Off topic, but I'm about to get off the live soon. But I wanted to talk about something since you're here. If you're from New York, you got to be a little tough if you live in New York, because you would not understand what when people tell you if you can make it here